Welcome for this TryHackMe Advent of Cyber 2023 Day 7 log analysis. This is the season for log shopping. Always like the pans that are used. The idea for this one is about revisiting log files and their importance, understanding what a proxy is and breaking down the contents of the proxy log, building Linux command line skills to parse log entries, and analyzing a proxy log based on typical use case. So basically, proxy logs are usually providing us the IP, a time frame, what was the request that was used in the protocol, so get robots.txt, the status code that was provided, the length of the number of bytes of the response, the user agent, the dash here should probably be, we'll see. So the lab itself is providing us with an overview of what is proxy and why it's working and what is like the usefulness of a proxy. And basically, as its name is telling, it allows us to proxy any request to the end server, and through that process we are able to modify the requests accordingly, or even like block them or do some processing on them. So pretty strong mechanism that allows verification and make sure that everything is working as intended. A proxy service often offers enhanced visibility into the network traffic and allows also enables the system administrator and security analyst to monitor which website is accessed by the users, when, how much bandwidth is used. It also allows the administrator to enforce policies and block specific websites or content. Um, Given that our task is hunting suspicious activities on proxy log, we need to know what kind of possible malicious activity can be seen inside one. Download attempts of malicious binary, you will see stuff like .exe in there. Data exfiltration, you will see outbound to stuff like Box or OneDrive. Continuous C2 connections, you will see stuff that will be pulsing and getting some connections on a regular basis. And so the first step for us will be to go for the terminal, and we have a proxy file which is in the artifact folder. Okay, we are there. So if I do access log, perfect. So we have it, but how can we actually look at it? We could do a cat. If I do cat access log, I'm seeing the wolf file. So it's not to say the best case, but if I do less with it, I only see a small amount, which is the default one. If I go page down, I do see the rest. So the main point here is the fact that we need to look at the different things from the proxy log. Okay, we could just toss the access.log file into a specific application for that, but Linux is coming with a few command lines that are pretty interesting and easy to use when you want to extract quickly stuff from it. The first one is as shown here, cut. Cut allows you to say that you want to extract um, the field 1, for example. Separate the delimiter will be space. And if you want the first field of access log, you will see that you get all the first fields, which are the time frame, by the way. If you want to have like the first field, the third one, and the sixth one, you can then get that. The idea is then you can construct whatever you need from there. Um, and because you're having interesting data in it, you can pull specific information and pipe them to other commands so that you can do stuff that becomes super interesting. The first one being if you want to have, for example, to get first get the first five connection made by 1010 140 96, you can use grep in order to get only the information that coming from that contains the text that is provided. So if I do grep 10 dot oops grep dot 10 dot 10 dot 140 dot 96 and I need the file, so access logs, you'll get all the lines that have this 10 10 140 96. What we then need is to get the first five entries for those. So we use the same query. So, but we then pipe it into head, which takes a number of rows. And by doing that, by grabbing all the lines of access log that contain 10, 10, 140, 96, and piping it to head, I'm grabbing only the five first entries that have 10, 10, 140, 96. Get the list of unique domains. That's achievable through the sort and the unique command. The idea is to pull the to pull the domain by using a cut. We are using the third field to access log and then separating. So let's, let's call that again. So by doing a cut with separator with the delimiter being a space and pulling only the five first, I have my domain but also have the port, which means that that thing needs to also be delimited and take only the first one. So if I do a cut, delimiter becoming the colon, let's keep doing single quotes. And for that, I will need the first. I am now only displaying the domains. And because I wanted to have the unique ones, I will be basically now sorting and unique. Oops, missing my pipe for the head, which I don't need anymore because the head was supposed to be that one. So now I have a sorted and unique domain on the proxy. Um, display the connection count made on each domain. So this one is going to leverage unique because unique is doing that for us. Um, and it's like aggregating the different values. If I do -c, it gives me the numbers. But as you can see, normally when you do this kind of query, you're interested to see what is the biggest one or the lowest one, more precisely the biggest ones to see if there is like some pattern or something. So here it's still sorted by the name of the domain. But now that we have this is done, we could actually sort, and because it's like a number, we need to tell it to sort it by a number. And there we go, we have it. As you can see now, it's like ascending order, and as usual in Linux and all this kind of thing, you always have like recursive or reverse, and that's also the case for sort. And by using R, you can get the query providing you the aggregated number count decreasing order. Now that we have the capabilities to actually sort with the different things, it's suggesting us to hunt down malicious traffic. So now that we have developed the skills, we can get down to business and start hunting for suspicious traffic. The idea here would be to verify what are the user accessing, what are the unusual domains that the users are accessing. So we can reuse the same one for each domain, but instead of using head, we are going to use tail. The idea is then to get a tail of 10, and it gives us Docs Microsoft, SMTP Office 365, Admin Microsoft, CBing, Outlook Office 365, and Global Sign, Office.com. But we have also like the Frostlings, Big Bad Stash.tsm. That is like there, so there might be something interesting here. We have, let's first see. Okay, so out of the 10, we can see that this one is like there. And so using what we saw earlier, we could do a grep of this address that is coming from access 1 and do head 5. And we can see that we have storage.php goodies. Okay, that looks interesting. However, the goodies might be another way. So if we take that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we take the fifth element of that, so cat dash d f5, and we take the equal dash d equal dash f2, and we put that into base 64, so it's like b, no, base, no, oh, okay, sorry, base 64, oops, 64 dash d. So don't stop from the head now and grab everything. It's almost, I mean, it looks like an actual dump of a database. So we might have found data exfiltration as mentioned here. So it's interesting to see how that. So how many unique IP address are connected to the proxy server? As a reminder, we'll do clear cat access log, and we'll take the first 5 down. So the IP, the second one. So we'll take the second one, which is cat dash D buff 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 dash F second poof poof poof. And we want how many unique IP addresses, so we want to sort unique them, and how many lines we have. Of course, it's just behind that thing. 9. Yay! How many unique domains were accessed by all workstations? So it's basically the same thing. Unique domain were accessed by all workstations. So we do the same things. However, it's not the second one, but the third one. And we want to remove the only the first parameter from the domain, not the port. So we'll do something like that. And we have 111. What status code is generated by HTTP request to the least access domain? So we want the counting, and now we want to sort by number and head and one. So partner services, I want to grab that thing and access log, but I want to break from that, and the status code is somewhere. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So it's the fifth one. So if I do that, probably the sixth one then. I don't know how to count. Yay! I want to sort that thing and unique count it. It looks like I have only 5 or 3. Based on the high count of connection attempts, what is the name of the suspicious domain? We had it before, so frostlings. And what is the source IP of the workstation that accessed the malicious domain? So we do that, but what's interesting us here SDIP and storage unique dash T up. So the IP that is accessing it is the 10.10.155.2225. How many requests were made on the malicious domain in total? We have it there, 1,500. There, having retrieved extract exfiltrated data, what is the hidden flag? So we'll get back our grep from it's not the F2, but this. Okay, I removed the head, so I still grab the all the things, and of course here I see it, but I will grep, and I see now that I have a THM. There we go. So this lab was mostly focusing on Linux commands and how you pipe them. The interesting part is that you don't need fancy tools or application to get things done. If you know your basics, you are able to do something super quick and even like parsing through gigabytes of data. So enjoy your learning. You also have log analysis module in the Security Operations Center level 2 pass of TryHackMe, so don't hesitate to look at it if you're interested in the blue team. And for me, I will tell you, I will say, have a nice day, have a happy holidays, and see you next. Bye bye.